Did you read that project name? Is it simply graph? Is it like that?
No, ma'am.
Ah,
Investigating graphs of functions for their properties.
okay. Investigating graphs for their properties. Okay. So if you take that topic, okay, you can given with some functions. In that functions, when a graph is given, you can check whether it is symmetry or not. Is or no? Symmetry you can check. That one you can include. Is it symmetric with respect to x-axis? Symmetric with respect to y-axis? Okay. So that property also you can check. Note it down. All these things you can include. Symmetry you can include. Then what about the domain, range, whether it is having a maximum value or it is minimum value. Okay, you can select some graph and you can do, okay, draw the graph and you can find out. You can include some pictures regarding that one. Okay.
Ma'am,
Yes,
now
Aditya.
roughly we have to prepare.
Yes, Aditya.
Assignment.
Assignment what? Okay, one by one I'll come. Okay, so the topic you got is it clear? So you can include about, okay, in which all the fields this create. Okay, earlier we had one subject, one chapter in maths called curve tracing. Okay, curve tracing, note it down, curve tracing. If you look into that one also, you will get more content, curve tracing. Where it is used, where this curve tracing is used, all these things you can include it. Okay, you can include the functions, parabolic functions, in which case, okay, if it is upward, open upward, we'll be getting minima. If it is open downward, okay, like that, in which case you will get maxima, in which case you will get minimum. All those things you can draw. Modulus function you can draw. Signum function you can explain. Okay, you can discuss about the continuity also. You have learned about continuity, whether signum function is continuous. Signum function like a step function we have learned last year. Is it continuous? Okay, you can check the continuity. You can check the differentiability also. Okay, this thing you can do. Karthik, Chomlin and Shubham. Okay, what about Aditya Satyan? What is the topic you have selected? It is migration. So in migration, what you can do? You can do the comparison. Which year? Read the topic project name. Aditya. I think you.
Yes.
Read the topic. Can you?
Analysis of population migration data. Positive and negative influence on urbanization.
Okay. Yes. Okay. So positive and negative, being economic students, you can give everything, isn't it? Positive and negative. So what happens when migration happens? Unemployability, everything you can include, isn't it? The chance of getting job will be, is it increasing, decreasing? Then what about the cost functions? Okay, you can mention about the cost. What about the expense? Will it be increased or decreased? You can analyze about that. Then you can collect the data, in which year the more migration is there and why. You can analyze it, why it happened. You can represent it in the graph. You can take it for 3 or 4 years. You can represent it in where this is happening, why. All those things you can include it and make a process. Okay, prepare it. So in there, okay, you can take for it for 4 or 5 years and you can take, okay, you can write it in the form of interval and you can find the mean. You can find the mode, you collect it for 4 or 5 years and you can do that one. Pie chart you can represent. In which year? You can take the data for 4 or 5 years and you can represent it in pie chart. Okay, find out. You can include the general topics, pictures, everything. Okay, you can include. Okay, when the migration is increasing means what happens? Migration means, what is meant by migration? What is meant by migration, Karthik? I think she's having net problem. That's why she's not responding at all.
Ma'am, people move from places to place.
Okay, so if the people are coming to one place, what happens then? Okay, What all the negative impacts are there? That one you can mention, isn't it? Cost will be like cost of living, how it affects the cost of living, how it affects this space, isn't no living space. Then the unemployability. What about the studies? All these things you can include it and you can make up. Okay. The next is Aishwarya, what you have selected? I think you both selected the same, isn't it? You two together. Aparna, what is your topic, Aparna?
Ma'am, Fibonacci sequence.
And that full topic, can you read? Along with that, something is there. Fibonacci sequence with?
Ma'am, it's history and presence in nature.
It's history and presence in nature. It's very, okay. You can include, okay, you can include the pictures. That is what you have to do. Fibonacci means you can write about arithmetic progression. You can give some sequences. Okay, so you include that one. Why that? Why it is called Fibonacci? I think it is a name of a mathematician. Based on that only it is named. That one in which in where and all you can see, but more pictures should be included. In pineapple, in flower arrangement, it is there. Not only in there, you can take the building in constructions field and all where it is used. Okay, that and all you can see. That pictures and all, based on that, you introduction, conclusion, everything should be there. So whenever you look into the sites, you note down that one also. That one also you can write it in the end with the bibliography for that. You have to keep the certificates. Okay, spiral you can do it at the end. You write it, you do it, and keep it ready. Is it clear? Don't do it in the spiral also in the beginning stage itself. Keep it with you. You can do this because you have to attach the certificates and all. Index page, everything should be there. So page number and all, you can write it afterwards. The next is Anila Mohanan.
Yes.
What is the topic you have selected? I think you and Femina selected one same topic.
Yes, ma'am.
The topic is?
Ma'am, analysis career graph of a cricketer.
Okay, analysis career. Okay, you can take a particular cricketer. You can tell his life history, from which year onwards he started. You can make it in a graphical representation. Okay, so in which year, that same graphical graph, there are so many graphs. Okay, you can draw line graph. You can draw bar graph, double bar graph is there. Pie graph you can draw. Okay, so it can include all those things and you can mention it. That one also, okay. There also you can do mean, median, mode. Take the data for 4 or 5 years continuously. And you can find the mean, median, and mode. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
What you are writing in your record book, in your project, is there in your record book. You should know that. It's not simply copying, cut, copy, paste. What is there in the record, you should know. Okay, that only that much thing. And which are the statistical operations, which are the graph you are using, you should know about that one also. Okay. So that's all about the assignments. Again, you will be doing some practicals that we can wait till this month end, because some, okay, we got the message from CBSE that there will be some syllabus will be removed, something will be added on, and all, which all the topics are there for the first term. Based on that only we'll be able to do the practicals. About 4 or 6 practicals we have to do in spreadsheets, Excel. Okay, that and all are easy one. Shubham, why are you late, Shubham? Shubham. Shubham.
Yes, ma'am.
Why are you late?
Actually, I went to doctor.
Yes?
I went to doctor.
Morning session also you are not there.
Actually, my hand was, I think, broken or something. Swelling was there in morning. That's why I couldn't attend the class.
Okay. So listen, I hope you got the message from the sir. Okay. Your project name is graph, isn't it? What is the topic, Karthik? We give the topic again.
Ma'am, investigating graphs for their properties.
Investigating graphs. Okay. For its properties. Okay. You can take some graphs and you can look at the properties. So, okay. Shubham, by this month end, by not this month end. Next week, Tuesday, I'll be calling you. That time you have to give the rough sketch, what all the data you have collected, everything you have to submit it to me. Okay. Don't wait for the last minute. By next week, by Tuesday, on Tuesday, you have to submit the rough sketch, what all the data you are going to include, which graphs and all you are going to draw. You can include some pictures where this graph, this curve tracing, where it is used, all these things you can mention. So be ready with the information. You can start, okay? You have to submit it before this month ends. Last date is given like that. After that, you will be given with the next subject. So finish it, finish all the work within the time. Okay, children, hope we can start with this morning session. Okay, we are doing with matrices, isn't it? Matrices, we learned what is addition, subtraction, how to add two matrices, what about matrix multiplication and all we learned. Now we are going to start with the next topic. Write the heading. Determinant. Next topic is determinants.
Ma'am, is it new chapter?
Yes. But in your, see, actually, if you take science text, it is a different chapter. But here, for you in the syllabus, it is given combined together, matrices and determinants. It is given like that. Anyhow, you name it as the next chapter. Okay, in your textbook, how it is present, we don't know. But in science, they have the separate chapter, determinants and matrices. Determinants. What is a determinant? Listen, children. Listen. Okay, determinant, we can define it for a square matrix. What is a square matrix? What is a square matrix?
Number of rows and number of columns are same.
Number of rows and number of columns are equal. So, to every square matrix, suppose we have a square matrix. For every square matrix, we can associate a real number with it. For every square matrix, what we can do? We can associate, we can map on it to a function it to a real number. Okay, we can associate a real number. How to associate it a real number? That we will be learning. Okay, every square matrix, suppose you are given a square matrix for each and every square matrix, we can associate it with a real number. Okay, that is called the determinant of the matrix. The determinant of the square matrix. For every square matrix A, we can associate a unique real number. And that real number is called the determinant. How to associate and all, we are going to learn it. Okay. Whenever you are given a square matrix, with this, for every square matrix, we can assign a real number. It's not for all the matrix. This can be done for only square matrix. Okay. So write the definition. Definition. To every square matrix A, to every square matrix A, we can associate, to every square matrix A, we can associate a unique real number. We can associate a unique real number called, we can associate a unique real number called determinant of matrix A. Called determinant of matrix A, which is denoted by, determinant of the matrix A as, listen children, within two straight lines we write. And we read this as determinant A. It is not modulus A. Okay. This determinant A within, okay, it's two lines, determinant A or det A, DET, determinant. First three letters we will take. Det A. Or sometimes we use the symbol delta. This symbol also is used for denoting the determinant. Okay. Okay, the same thing. This determinant can be defined in another way. Second definition. Okay. The second definition is like this. Okay. So let M be the set of all square matrices. Let capital M be the set of all square matrices. Let capital M be the set of all square matrices. Then the determinant can be thought as a function. Then we can consider determinant as a function. Determinant as a function. It is a function from M to R. What is R? What is R? It is a function from M to R. Given, okay, it is a function from M to R given by f of A is equal to determinant A. It is equal to det A. It is a function. Okay, function means for each element you can find an image, isn't it? What is the definition of function? Every element has a unique image. So if you take a square matrix, you can associate one real number. Function means every element in the domain will be having a unique image. So here the domain is set of all square matrices. So if you take any square matrix, we can associate it with a real number. We can map it with a real number. So we can think of the determinant as a function. It is a function. Okay, so this determinants, actually determinants has a wide application in the field of science, in the field of engineering, economics and all. Okay, it is used for solving the equations. Solving the equations. We have learned solving simultaneous equations with 3 variables using elimination method, isn't it? Is or no? In the fourth chapter, we have learned about solving simultaneous equations in 3 variables using elimination method. Here also, we will be learning how to solve three equations in 3 variables using determinants. Okay, so it is used in the field of economics for solving. Okay, suppose this is the cost, this is the selling price. Okay, how to find it? Okay, all these things we'll be learning here. Okay, it is used in the field of business and economics. Okay, that is why you are learning here. Okay, it's not for only the science students. Science students, they will their application is somewhat different. They will apply in the field of engineering and all. Here, you'll be applying it. You will be learning this economics. In economics, you need matrices. You'll be finding many uses of matrices there. Okay. So how to solve an equation? Suppose 3 variables or 4 variables are given, means how to solve it. That one is possible with the use of determinants. With the use of determinants, we can solve the equations easily. This year, we are limiting with 3 variables. When you go for higher studies, we'll be learning it for 4 variables and all. Okay. So now let us start with determinants. So this is about an introduction of determinants. What is a determinant? We can treat it as a function. We can consider the determinant as a function which assigns a real number to every square matrix. Whenever we are given with a square matrix, we can assign a real number to it. Okay, and it is denoted by, if A is the matrix, means we denote it as det A, or within 2 lines, we write A, mod determinant A. Or sometimes we use one triangular symbol, that one we call it as delta. The triangular symbol we call it as delta. These are the notations. Now let us start with how to find this determinant value. Okay, write the heading. Value of a determinant. Write the heading. Value of a determinant. Value of a determinant. How to determine the value of a determinant. So first thing we are going to learn, determinant of a square matrix of order 1. Determinant of a square matrix of order 1. What is meant by square matrix of order 1? Determinant of a square matrix of order 1. What is meant by a square matrix of order 1? Order 1 means how many rows are there and how many columns are there?
1.
1 row and 1 column. 1 row and 1 column means number of elements will be 1. Okay. For example, suppose I write like this. Suppose A is equal to matrix 5. Look at here. It is a 1 by 1 matrix, isn't it? 1 row is there and 1 column is there. Therefore, what is determinant A? Only one metric value is there, means determinant A is same as that number inside. Okay, it is same as the number inside. Okay, suppose A is equal to matrix minus 11. Minus 11. What will be the determinant A? Determinant A is equal to minus 11. What is the value? If only 1 row is there, only 1 row and 1 column is there, means determinant will be that element itself. So in general, determinant of A is A. Determinant of the matrix A, only 1 element is there, means it is A. Don't get confused with this as modulus. It is not the modulus, it is the determinant. Okay, here we are discussing about the determinants. Okay, here also we can write this as determinant A. Capital letter, whenever we write the capital letter A within that, means it is the determinant. Okay, we are denoting the determinants. Okay. Okay. Then next one, write the next heading. Determinant of a matrix, square matrix of order 2. Determinant of a square matrix of order 2. Determinant of a square matrix of order 2. Determinant of a square matrix of order 2. Children, determinant of a square matrix of order 1, is it clear? Is it okay? Is it okay? Tell me.
Yes,
children.
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Aparna, Aditya? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now we can start with the next one. 2 by 2 matrix. 2 by 2 matrix. Matrix of order 2 means 2 rows and 2 columns. Okay. How to find the determinant of a 2 by 2 matrix? So first, listen. First we can learn the example. From the example, we can generalize it. From the example, we can generalize it. Okay. Suppose A is equal to matrix 1, 2, 4, 5. Okay. Here it is a 2 by 2 matrix. I'm going to find out determinant A. Listen, children, how I'm going to find it. Listen. Okay. And I'll multiply these two elements. 1 into 5 minus 1 into 5 minus 4 into 2. 1 into 5 minus 4 into 2. What is 1 into 5? 5 minus 8, which is minus 3. Determinant value may be positive, negative, or 0. It may be positive, it may be negative. Okay, so determinant A is 5 minus 8, which is equivalent to negative 3. Now look at the next example. Suppose A is equal to 9, 7, 2, minus 1. What is determinant A here? Chomley, give me determinant A. How do you calculate?
9 into minus 2 into 7.
Plus 2 into 7. 9 into minus 1 plus 2 into 7. Is it plus here?
Ma'am, minus.
It is minus. In the middle, we have to put minus. Okay, so it is minus 9, minus 14, which is same as minus 9, minus 14. What is the answer, Anila Mohanan? Final answer. Minus 9, minus 14. Tomlin?
Minus 23.
Ma'am, minus 23.
Yes, it is minus 23. Minus 23. Okay, write the next one. Suppose A is equal to matrix minus 1, 4, 0, 1. What is determinant A? Aishwarya.
-1, -0. That's -1.
Minus 1. Okay. These two we will multiply. -1, -0. So which is -1. Okay. So the next example. See, children, you copied all those things. These 3 examples, is it over? Aparna?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Shubham is not there. Okay. Write the next one. If A is equal to matrix, A is equal to matrix 1, minus 1, 2, 3. What is determinant A? Karthik.
Ma'am, 1 into 3 minus 2 into minus 1.
So 1 into 3,
3
minus 2 into minus 1. So
3 plus 2.
3 plus 2, which is
5.
5. Okay, so now we can write the general form. What's the general form? Suppose A is equal to matrix. Okay, in general form, we take the first row element as A11, A12, A21, A22. Okay, so in general form, we take the elements as A11, A12, A21, A22. So what is determinant A? What is determinant A? What is the value of determinant A? Aishwarya?
A11 into A22
Hmm.
minus A12 into A21.
Okay, so write this in a box, write the note down as the general form. Okay, this is how we take a general form of a matrix. This for a 2 by 2 matrix. So we have learned how to find the determinant for a 2 by 2 matrix. Okay, so next thing we are going to learn is for a 3 by 3 matrix. Write the heading. Determinant of a square matrix of order 3. Determinant of a square matrix of order 3. Okay, now listen children. For 3 by 3 matrix, first lesson, let us learn the general. Okay, I'll start with, okay, I'll explain one example like this. A1, A2, A3, B1, B2, B3, C1, C2, C3. Now listen, children. So it's straight. 3 by 3 is, okay, it is somewhat easy one only. If you understand this easily, you can do. Okay, if you are not listening, the chances of doing mistake is more. So listen it. Listen. It is a 3 by 3 matrix. It's given as a 3 by 3 matrix. So here, this is the first row, R1. This is the second row, R2. And this is the third row, R3. Okay. Similarly, we know that this is the first column. Okay. So this is the first column, C1. This is our second column. This is the third column. So there are 6 ways we can expand it. In 6 ways we can expand it. Either we can expand it in the first row, we can expand it along the second row or third row, or along the first column, second column, or third column. Okay, we can expand it along the first row, second row, third row, or first column, second column, third column. So there are 6 ways. Okay. Unless it is mentioned, we will expand it along the first row. Unless it is mentioned, we'll be expanding it along the first row. Is it clear? There are 6 ways. Okay. So in order to expand it, okay, we have to look at the sign also. Okay. Look at here. Here it is first row, first column, isn't it? First row, first column. If you take the general form of the matrix, A11, A12, A13. Similarly, if you take this A21, A22, A23, A31, A32, A33. This is the general form. We take it for a 3 by 3 matrix. This is the general form of a 3 by 3 matrix. Now look at here. When you add the suffix, when you add the positional values, is it an odd number or even number? A11. When you add the positional values, what you will get? First row, first column. What is 1 plus 1? Is it odd or even? 1 plus 1. What is it?
Even.
Even. Even means we will be writing plus. Is it clear? It is fixed. Okay. What about here? Odd means it is minus. Again, the next one is plus. We have to look at the sign also there. Sign is decided by the sum of these positional values. Look at here, if it is odd number, here it is minus. 2 plus 1, it is 3. So it is minus. Here, even number, so it is plus. Here it is minus. Again, even number, plus, minus, plus. That is, the sign takes this form. Plus, minus, plus, minus, plus, minus, plus, minus, plus. This is the form. This is the form. Okay. So right up to this, children. This is for your understanding. Okay. So it is a general. Okay. If it is a general form, how we decide the sign here? When you add the positional value, I plus j. Is even means we will write plus. I plus j is odd means we will put minus. I plus j is odd means we assign minus value there. Okay. Okay, children. Hmm? So now how to expand it? Listen. Okay. 2 more minutes only left out. I'll explain it. We will be doing it again in the next class because 3 by 3 matrix is very important. Expansion of a 3 by 3 matrix. Defining the determinant is very important. So now listen. Suppose I am expanding along the first row. First, you take the first element, A1. Okay. We'll take A1. A1 into leave that row and column. What is the position value here? What is the sign here for the first row, first column? It is plus. So I'm writing plus A1 into leave that row and column. When you leave that row and column, we will get determinant B2, B3, C2, C3. Okay, you take the first element, leave the row and column, you write the remaining. When you leave this row and column, when you hide it, you'll be getting this one. Now take the next element. For the next element, what is the position sign here? Minus A2 into. So leave this row and column. So we get determinant B1, B3, C1, C3. Plus, next element for the next one, it is plus. Plus, what is the next element here? A3. Leave this row and column. We get B1, B2, C1, C2. Now we know how to expand a 2 by 2 matrix. We know how to expand a 2 by 2 matrix. So expansion of a 3 by 3 matrix actually depends on the expansion of 2 by 2. We given 3 by 3 matrix, we are splitting it in terms of 2 by 2. That is what we are doing. We are given along the first row. We take the first element, leave that row and column, write the next set. Then take the next element, second element, leave the first row, the middle column, write the other two elements. Plus, take the next element, third row, third column. So we can leave that one. And we'll be getting a square matrix. Okay, we can learn this. We'll be learning this in detail in the next class. Up to this, how to find the determinant of a 2 by 2 matrix, learn it well and come. Okay. Okay, children. Thank you.